So, you have learned beautiful techniques, many techniques. You know a lot about the subconscious mind, stress management. You know almost everything that is required as a sports person at this point. What are we trying to achieve by doing all these practices regularly? This is the answer. Sport hypnotic state or the flow state. This would be your ultimate dream. If you practice regularly and reach this state, it would be wonderful. So, flow state, or what we call as the zone, what exactly it is? Flow state is, as the name suggests, it's a fluid state. It's a state of fluidity where you just flow. Whether it is your physical sport or a mental sport, things become very easy and very automatic for you to play. And how does this happen? Of course, there is a lot of practice, preparation that you do, a lot of skills that you achieve. Everything that you have to do physically needs to be done, has to be done. And along with that, when you mentally prepare yourself, when you take the ultimate help of your subconscious mind, and when it comes together, your physical preparation and your mental toughness, when they both come together, this is what you achieve. A state of fluidity where things just flow. So, what exactly is this sport hypnotic state or the flow state? It is commonly called even the zone. It is a state of trance achieved during peak performance. So, imagine you are in your sport playing an important match. You are at a point where you're performing the best to your ability, and that is when you go automatically into a state of flow or in a hypnotic state. Right there during your match, you are in a state of trance, and then whatever happens seems to happen automatically, seems to happen just on its own like a miracle, but it's not a miracle. It's your mental preparation that you have been doing for so long. It is all your physical efforts, everything that you have learned, all your knowledge, wisdom, everything getting combined in the right amount at the right time and helping you to achieve this kind of a trance during your match. Generally, it develops on its own, sometimes during the play. So, you are playing your match and suddenly you lose all the consciousness of everything around you. You are simply focused in your own performance, not even focusing on your opponent. You are totally focusing on your own performance, giving the best of your skills and achieving that state of trance absolutely on its own. It is a state of mind wholly focused on the present moment. The player is fully immersed in an activity at hand, even losing self-consciousness. So as I said, you may even feel that you are not even separate from the whole world. The I amness, the egoism, it totally goes, it dissolves, and you just feel one. You feel one with your sport. You feel one with your racket or bat or ball. You feel one with the environment around you. Everything just comes automatically. Performance in this state enhances the outcome with minimum effort, what we call as relaxed effectiveness. So you are performing your best, imagine, but at the same time it's effortless. It's just happening automatically. And it is happening automatically because your subconscious mind has become so active because of all the training that you have given it, and it's just there to help you. It also allows the player to initiate specific post-hypnotic effects and better emotional regulation. So we have already seen how during your self-hypnosis you will be training and giving clues to your mind about a post-hypnotic cue. So, say for example, the moment I enter the field, I suddenly feel very confident. Or every time I tie my shoelaces, I feel more confident and up for the match. So, all these are post-hypnotic cues and they start happening automatically, specifically during a state of flow. The phenomena of flow state, basically has four important components. The very first component is perceptual changes. Time seems to pass very slowly during this state and objects seem larger and clear. So imagine seeing a movie or watching a video where things are going at a slow motion speed. At the same time, everything is zoomed up. So, for example, if you are playing carom, you see the pocket of the carom as very specific, very clear, bigger than its routine size. You see the striker and the cookie, and you just play your game in a slow motion. So the force is optimum. The angle at which you're supposed to strike the striker is perfect, and it hits exactly where it is supposed to hit. You see the pocket larger and more clear. This is just an example, but this kind of a perceptual change, your entire perception about the sport that you are playing, it changes, and it changes for the better. Automaticity. Events seem to take place automatically, as I said. The body moves easily in response to internal and external triggers. So, taking the example of tennis, you are playing a match, the opponent gives you the ball, and at that time, imagine the speed of the ball coming towards you, but you see everything in slow motion. Of course, the time in reality remains the same, but in your perception, in your mind, it is slow motion. So you are very specifically able to see the ball. You see the ball bigger than its original size or shape. And most importantly, you have the time to think, but it happens automatically. It feels that as if your forehand, it just happened automatically. The exact striking point, or your legs and your hands, they all moved in perfect synchronization at the right time, the right point. Dissociation. The third factor in cases of a flow state is a weak memory recall or even total amnesia at times. You may totally forget after the match what exactly happened, in the sense you will remember what you played, how you played, but at times there is a dissociation. You forget what exactly was the strategy that you followed because it happened so automatically. The subconscious was absolutely awake, alert, and working to the best of its capacity, and that is why your conscious mind might forget the minor details. So many a times, to the people who are close to you or trying to talk to you, they might feel, oh, was it an accident? Was it a fluke? Or was it a miracle? Actually, it was none of that. It was just a state of flow that you achieved, and that is what helped you to move the right way in the right time and see the ball or the striker in the best possible way. Also, an important factor over here is that there is no time limit of a flow state. There are times when players can achieve and maintain this flow state for a very long time, say even 2 or 3 hours. And there have been examples of this. So it is not that the flow state will come for 2 minutes and go away. Yes, even that can happen. But if you have been practicing the techniques in the right way, at the right time, and there is a possibility that you can achieve the flow state throughout your match. Very much possible and very positive. There is also a sense of joy and happiness because you are enjoying the game with total satisfaction. You are so happy with your own performance. You know that you are at your peak. You know that things are happening automatically. Of course, it seems automatic. It's really a lot of effort that you have already put in before the match, all your practice, all your preparation, it's all coming, precipitating at the right time in a concentrated amount. So all these changes, they might seem, when you listen to me, you might feel, okay, oh, is it really possible? Yes, it is possible. It happens to a lot of players, and the more you practice trance, the more you practice self-hypnosis, trust me, it becomes a part of your game. So how exactly can you create or control a state of flow? This kind of a sport hypnotic state can be best achieved with the regular practice of self-hypnosis. When you do regular self-hypnosis, what you're doing is gradually you're training your mind to have control on your flow state. So whenever you wish, you can achieve this state. Imagine you are playing a match where the entire crowd is probably against you. I wouldn't say against you, but the entire crowd is cheering for your opponent. And in that case, there is a chance that you might feel a little low otherwise, a little stressed out. But if you have been practicing this kind of self-hypnosis on a regular basis, what happens is, even in those crucial moments where you need a lot of motivation, where you need a lot of encouragement and support, but you're not getting it from the outside, it doesn't matter. What matters is, at that particular point, you see only yourself performing to your best, maintaining your flow state, developing your flow state, and not even bothered about what's happening around. So it's just you in the entire frame of your mind and your performance. At that particular point, what the opponent does, what the referee says, or what the crowd cheers for, none of that matters. Only your mind is your best motivator, and you slip into a state of fluidity where things seem to happen automatically, and there are perceptual changes. You are enjoying it totally, and at the same time, you are giving your best. Using SIC, that is sensory imagery conditioning, as you have learned, to pick up the flow feeling from past competitions and condition the flow to the specific triggers. So, say for example, in a past match, you had experienced a state of flow. In that case, during SIC, that is after the match, when you are preparing for the next match and you are going into a state of trance, practicing your sensory imagery conditioning, you can pick up that feeling of flow from the previous match. You can actually recreate it in your trance state, in your hypnotic state, and then you can condition that next time when I play a match, the same state of flow is recreated in reality and lasts for a longer period of time. So one way of creating the flow state is, of course, practicing self-hypnosis on a very regular basis. Secondly, once you achieve the flow state, taking that flow state into an SIC and then commanding your mind to reform or recreate that flow state, that is also possible. Regular practice of techniques like breathing awareness, PMR, ultradian rest, personal symbols, dynamic imagination, concentration, ECC versus TTF can enhance the occurrence of flow state. So in short, everything that you have learned till now in this particular course, with regular practice of these techniques, the right time and the right techniques, a combination of these, whatever you feel is more comfortable for you, is giving you better effects. Keep practicing that state of hypnosis every single day at regular times, and that is how it will become very easy for your mind to get into a state of flow while performing. So this is while playing your matches. The flow state is produced by rhythmic physical activity like jogging, pull-ups and so on. So even any kind of physical fitness that you do, if you keep doing the same routine activity again and again, which we call monotonous at times, but these things take you in a natural state of meditation or trance. They take you in a state where you are just focused completely immersed in that activity, and it is a rhythmic physical activity. So say you're jogging and you keep jogging for 7 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and in that particular time when you're maintaining that rhythm, it becomes very easy for your mind to get into a state of flow. So as I said, keep practicing your hypnosis. Your mental preparation, along with all the physical training that you are going through, with all the techniques and tactics that you are learning, and with the support of all your family and coaches, it's going to become very easy for you to achieve this kind of flow state. And in this particular state, your performance will automatically be the best. So, good luck for the flow state.